Hey guys, it's Sam with The Blind Spot. I want to make a real quick video talking about adversity, and in particular, overcoming adversity. Living with vision impairment, we face a lot of adversity in our lives, and probably more than your average individual. I mean, everybody goes through hard times and has down days, but we probably have more than the average person, or the lion's share. But I think it's important to stay positive. I get a lot of comments from people telling me that I'm an inspiration, and I have such a positive attitude about my disability, and I'm helping them to better accept theirs and look at it as it's not the end of the world, kind of thing. But I wanted to make a video to tell you guys that I'm not perfect. I'm human, and last week in particular, I had a really bad day, and I kind of wanted to talk about it. I was helping out with this project with this group of people, and I've done it before, and it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. But this particular day, this particular time, this year, I'm helping to run it. I'm kind of one of the ones in charge. And so it was the first day of this event, and there was a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of it was stuff that I couldn't do because of my eyes. A lot of reading stuff, a lot of counting money, going online and reorders and all this other stuff. And I just felt like such a waste of space, and I couldn't help, and everybody's doing things, and I'm one of the ones in charge, so I should be helping out, I should be doing these things, and I couldn't. And so it just started to compound over the course of the day. It started to build and build and build. And then finally at the end of the day, this location wasn't too far from my house, and I had a ride, but the ride wasn't going to be there for like an hour, but it was time to go. Everybody was done. So I was kind of hanging around, and someone was like, "Oh, do you need a ride? Because I really can't help you. I've got something to do after the event." And I was just like, "No, I wasn't, I didn't expect someone to give me a ride. I've got a ride. I'm just trying to, decide what I want to do, if I want to wait around or not." And I just felt like such a burden, like these people had to take care of me. Like I couldn't take care of myself. And it really got to me. And that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. That I said, you know what? No, I'm taking charge of the situation. I'm just gonna walk home. And like I said, it wasn't very far. It's 3.5 miles, which sounds like a lot, but really it's not. It was a beautiful day. It was a gorgeous day. It was a nice walk. I was angry for the first half of it, so I'm walking angry. But I did it. I made it home, no problem. Later on, several people called, "Are you okay? Did you make it home?" I'm like, yeah, it's no problem. It's 3.5 miles. It took me about an hour. Actually, it took me like 40 minutes, which is a really good time for me walking that far. And then I talked to my wife while I was walking, and she could tell I was upset, and I was telling her what was going on and how I just felt like the biggest loser. Like I was, I'm 40 years old, and I have to have all these people take care of me, and I can't help. So it was just a real down time for me. And you know what? Everybody has those days. Thankfully, I have a great core support group led by my wonderful wife Rachel, who you guys have seen her in the videos. And she came home, and she gave me a big hug and told me that I'm not a waste of space. I'm not a loser. I do matter, and especially in this family, I'm very valuable to this family. They would not be able to function without me, and that really is something I needed to hear at that moment. That reaffirmation of my worth is exactly what I needed, and I really, really appreciate that she did that. Because it would be really easy for someone to just be like, "Oh, God, quit your belly aching. Quit complaining." But she wasn't like that at all. She was very sensitive, and that's exactly what I needed. Then I went back the next day, had a great day. I found ways to help out. I learned from my previous day's events, and I said, no, you know what? Sure, I can't help do reorders, but I can help count money. I'm slower than someone else might have been because I can't, count the change by sight. I have to do it all by feel and stuff. But I was able to do that. I was able to run and kind of be a gopher. If somebody needed something, you need me to take that up there? Here, I'll take it. You're busy, you're doing this, I'll take it. That's something I can do. So I turned it around, and the rest of the week was awesome until the other bad thing that happened last week. Thursday morning, threw my back out. I was just bent over talking to a kid, and blink, just went right out. I still had 2 more days of this event. It was a school event, and so I had to help out. But once again, I found a spot that I could just sit and still help, and I didn't have to be up and moving around. So the point is, there's always a way to turn it around. Everybody has bad days. Even I have bad days still. I still have days where I think I'm the biggest loser. You know, I have nothing to contribute to society at all. And then I come to my senses and I think, no, that's not right. I do have something to contribute. Even if it's being a supportive father and husband, you know, that's enough. So it's been a couple days since my back went out. I'm feeling better, but I'm not quite there yet. In fact, I've got to go. Be right back. So, keeping with that theme, I just recently saw a video, actually, where a gentleman was talking about lobsters and how they relate to overcoming adversity. It's pretty interesting. So the gentleman talked about how a researcher was studying lobsters, and everyone knows a lobster, it's a soft, squishy animal that is covered in a shell. The problem is the lobster grows, the lobster's body grows, but the shell doesn't get bigger. So eventually a lobster will start to feel stressed and confined within this shell because his body's getting bigger. And he knows that it's time to crawl underneath a rock and away from predators and shed his shell and then form a new shell, a bigger one. Then it comes out, it's happy for a little while, but eventually that shell gets too small and it starts to feel stressed again and confined and anxious. And it knows that once again it's time to go under the rock and shed the shell. So this gentleman thought it was pretty fascinating, this lobster and this continuous cycle of moments of stress and uncomfortableness followed by periods of growth. So this guy was kind of relating that to humans, that if we didn't have those periods of stress and uncomfortableness and adversity, then we as humans would never grow. And it's kind of an interesting thought. On that note, I gotta go. Oh, my back, gotta take care of it. So that's why we are here today. This is Wellington Family Chiropractor. We need to get an adjustment. I came here the other day and they took care of my back, gave me an adjustment, and I tell you, night and day, walked out of here feeling 10 times better than when I came in. It was awesome. So, we're here for round 2. Whew. Oh man, feels so much better. Like I said, I came in 2 days ago, and that was after throwing my back out. That's the one we want. Throwing my back out on a Thursday. I came in the following Monday. Sorry, the camera's down. Came in, did an adjustment, fixed me right up. I was walking better already. And now, after this is the second adjustment, today's Wednesday, feel amazing. Definitely will go back to the chiropractor on a regular basis. When I was going on a regular basis, I didn't have any problems with my back. And now that I keep having issues, I'm definitely going to be going back. So the point of this whole video is basically to reiterate, everybody's going to have bad days. Things are not going to go your way, but the best thing to do is just keep moving forward. A very famous man once said that if you live long enough, you'll make mistakes. But if you learn from them, you'll be a better person. It's how you handle adversity, not how it affects you. The main point is to never give up. Never give up. Never give up. And that famous man was Bill Clinton. So he has definitely faced some adversity in his life, and he's still going. So I think we can all learn something from him. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This is Sam with the Blind Spot, signing off. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.